Hello Stardust, I'm Soda. Welcome back to my channel where I review fragrance, makeup and luxury product. This is going to be full face using Sheglam's product. If you're gonna have a look at my table right now, I have these items lined up. I cannot wait to try it on and tell you guys everything that I think about each item. Mind you, I have used these items individually, not all together, just to form some sort of an opinion of what I think of the product. I feel like there's a lot of hits and there's a lot of misses when it comes to Sheglam. Some items are extremely good, it's almost like Sephora good, and some items are extremely bad. It's even worse. I don't even know. I feel like drugstore items are really good as well. This is like not even close to drugstore items. It's just not usable. I don't like them. So having said that, let's do the full face using Sheglam makeup. I have moisturized my face and my lips. It's because I have a very dry skin. The primer that I'm going to be trying on in this video is the Good Grip Hydrating Primer. I saw that they have another primer in purple color. A friend of mine did try to use the purple one and she says it's as good as the original mint one. They have this primer in smaller version like this and a bigger version as well. But I got it in smaller one because I don't know if I would like it, if I would want to use the big one. So if you also want to try it out, you can get the smaller version like this. Overall, this primer is very lightweight and it goes on almost like a moisturizer, but don't get it wrong. If you have really dry skin, I still think that you should put a moisturizer under this primer, which I have already done. Also, I have a very dry skin, but my friend has a combination oily skin, but she still loves this primer. So this primer is actually suitable for all skin types. The primer does dries down fairly quickly and it turns a little bit tacky, but I can feel the grip on my finger. Sheglam had several types of foundation, but I ended up choosing the Skinfinite Hydrating Foundation, which is more lightweight. I personally prefer something very lightweight, so I opted for this one. And it comes in a really cute pouch, like it's very luxurious in a matte pouch. Even though the product itself is not really matte, it's supposed to be basically like UV finish, but it comes in a matte packaging, in a matte bottle. So it comes in a pump. It says to shake well, which I have done. I have the shade Warm Vanilla here, and I think it was a pretty good shade match. Since it's a pretty sheer foundation, actually right now it looks very high coverage, very pigmented, but once I'm gonna blend it out, it's gonna definitely look more natural. I'm gonna first use my foundation brush to kind of blend out the foundation, and then I'll use my blender to blend it even more. Because this foundation is already sheer coverage, I don't want to damp my beauty blender. If not, the coverage is going to be non-existent, which that's not what I'm going for. Alright, I have blended out the foundation. As you can see, especially on this cheek, you can see my pimples and kind of pigments peeking through, which is fine for me. But also this foundation, I wouldn't say that it's very hydrating, very dewy. I would rather say it's a little bit satin. It does have a nice skin finish. One more thing that I wish it had is I wish it had some SPF. I really like when my foundations have that, so that way I don't need to apply my SPF prior to foundation. Overall, this foundation is very good for day-to-day use, but I don't think that it's anything special. I think in drugstore there could be foundation that I like more personally, but it is something that's doable. If you like something that is satin and you don't mind the fact that it doesn't have an SPF, this could be a good try for you. Next, we're gonna put on the Like Magic 12-Hour Full Coverage Concealer. I have it in the shade Fair. This concealer I have tried on its own. So I'm gonna tell you guys, Sheglam has another concealer. It's kind of like a dupe of Maybelline's Age Rewind. It has a plushie on top. That one I was told is really, really good. This one on the other hand, I'm not personally a very big fan of. I really like this applicator. It's kind of narrow and it's easy for me to highlight my nose. This concealer is really good for brightening up under the eyes, but personally I don't think this is a full coverage concealer. You can still see my pimple peeking through. This concealer creases like crazy, so I have to set it really quickly. If you're just gonna leave it, it will start separating. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. I'm about to set it. I'll set only under my eyes because we're gonna go with the liquid stuff on top of it, so I don't want to set all over my face just yet. I quickly apply the powder where I have applied the concealer so it will not start creasing. But however, because the concealer itself is not so good, even the powder cannot really help it that much. This powder, on the other hand, which is Sheglam's Baked Glow Setting Powder, I have it in the shade Light Pink. This powder, it's very finely milled. The little pink tint, it really kind of adds a little bit of flush on your face. It's almost invisible, don't get me wrong, but I still kind of think somewhere in my head, I do think it makes the slightest difference. Next, we'll move on to Sheglam's Sun Sculpt Liquid Contour. It comes in a really cute packaging. I feel like this is the first time where I think Shein or Sheglam did something original. So far, I haven't seen any other makeup brand do such a thing. I have this one in the shade Amber. It's Tawny Amber. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I'll just do 3 dots on each side. This item is very creamy, very lightweight. I like the color, I like how it applies. I also like it a lot to do it on my nose. And also, this one smells like cacao. It smells like chocolate. It doesn't smell like expensive chocolate. It smells like a regular chocolate. I think if you're somebody new to makeup, this could be ideal because it's not too harsh. You can be kind of heavy-handed and it will still end up looking nice. For this product, I like to use my beauty blender. Again, I'm using it dry because the item, like I already said, is very blendable. Since I already put the powder on top, the blendability might get affected. But overall, as you can see, even with the powder on top of my face, it blended out very, very nice. Also, I think it's important that you kind of able to tell which shade would look nice on you. They have several shade range and I'm so happy I got this one because it's not harsh at all. I don't like harsh contours or harsh bronzers. For my nose, I kind of like to blend it out with my fingers. Look how nicely everything has blended. Next, we're moving on to Color Bloom Liquid Blush. It comes in a similar packaging as the bronzer and contour, but this one is pink and I have the shade Lovely Cake. This shade reminds me of Nude Stick's Sunkissed Pink. I just do... And for this, I prefer to use my fingers because if I'll use a sponge, I feel like it makes it very, very sheer and I like it when you can see my blush a little bit. So I take my 2 fingers and I just tap it away. Alright, I will lightly tap with my beauty blender just to blend everything very nicely. See, the blush now looks very, very nice. Now imagine if there was no powder on top of my face, it would look even better. Personally, I really like this blush shade. Also, if you'll be using this on a bare face with little bit of concealer, it looks so beautiful. It looks like you have a natural, very sheer blush. Moving on to Glow Bloom Liquid Highlighter. This one has a different applicator. It does have a wand applicator like this. The formulation is definitely different than the blush and the contour. This one is a little bit oilier, but I guess they wanted that natural greasy glow type of look. This highlight little bit goes a long way, so you don't need to apply a lot. Maybe if you apply it on bare face, just a little bit more like a natural glow, natural look, this would be better. But when you have a full face and then to go over with this item, it starts lifting the other products. I'm not a big fan. I just want to fixate everything in its place so it will not kind of move or crease. This powder, I feel like it's so finely milled. It's not dehydrating. It doesn't really sit on your face. It's very lightweight and I like the little pink that it gives on the face. We actually have finished all the face products. Now we can move on to the eye product. Next, we're gonna apply Sheglam's Enigma Sparkly Eyeshadow. It is this one. I think the color is very beautiful. This is the shade Marvel. I'm going over with my finger because it picks up all the glitter. Look how pretty that is. This is very shiny, very beautiful. I feel like it's so difficult to get rid of glitter, but I literally got it under my eye. I think what I'll do is I'll just accidentally tap on the other side too, so it's kind of even. Moving on to the eyeliner, this is the Sheglam's Pro Precision Waterfall Liquid Eyeliner. That was a mouthful. This eyeliner I've been using for a year. I think I have mentioned it when I did the Betty on a Budget video as well. If you're a beginner, you can also buy it together with the stamp eyeliner of the Sheglam. Once you use the stamp eyeliner, then you can go over with Pro Precision and kind of nice-in the eyeliner. It's really beginner friendly. But if you're somebody that's already advanced and you do your eyeliner on daily basis, you can just get the Pro Precision itself. I'm done with the eyeliner. I feel like when it comes to Sheglam, there's so many hits and so many misses, and the eyeliner is a hit. The mascara, this specific one, Sheglam Max Impact Extreme Volumizing Mascara, this is a flop. So big for nothing. The thing is, it's not even supposed to be waterproof mascara, but it's so difficult to get rid of. I prefer really tubey mascaras. I would recommend you to get the Silky Girl Lash Prism Mascara. This is one of my favorite ever mascara. I have also recommended this on Betty on a Budget. This mascara, I don't like it. It doesn't do much to your lashes. I don't like the applicator. I don't like the formulation. This is one coat. I feel like it almost did nothing to my lashes. I will try to really build it up.
1 hour later, 2 hours later, 6 hours later, 6 months later, tomorrow for sure. Meanwhile, eventually, 12 o'clock midnight.
Alright, I tried my best to make it work. I feel like the bottom area looks very smoky because, like I said, the mascara gets all over your eyelid. It's very difficult to do a precise kind of a swap where it doesn't get all over. So this is definitely a pass for me. Next item is a hit. We're done with the eyes. Now we're moving on to the lips. This lip liner I really love. It is Sheglam So Lippy Lip Liner in the shade, this one should be nude, in the shade Natural, and this I really love. I want to get it in different shades. It has to be now my favorite lip liner. I like how it goes on. It's very creamy. I definitely did not expect this from Sheglam, but I'm very pleasantly surprised. But this color specifically is a little bit muddy, but I still like it. Look how easily that applied. I literally love this lip liner. I wanted it in 4 more different shades. Moving on to something that I absolutely hate. Sheglam Soap Hazel Lip Blur. I don't know if I got a bad batch. A friend of mine said that she has a red one of this and it is fine. But this specific one, what is the shade? This one is Playdate. I'm just gonna put it on because I'm making this video, but most likely I'll have to take it off. This formulation, it crumbles. It crumbles down. Let this dry and I'll show you what I mean by it crumbles. If you're gonna smack your lips together, I don't know if you can see, I'll try to zoom in. Horrible. Can you see that? It's starting to crumple up. This one is a total no for me. It's just horrible the way it crumples up. I think this is the most worst item in this lineup. I hate this. So I'll just remove this and just apply my Misteens. They apply like the Sheglam ones, but they remain very nice and they don't crumple up. You guys, this is the finished look. I quickly went and did my hair. I totally forgot to put on this item, which I'll do right now. It's Sheglam's Set Me Up Brow Gel. I have tried this before as well. Again, this is one of these items that didn't really blow my mind away. And generally, I don't really use any eyebrow gel on day-to-day basis. This brow gel dries up very crispy. I honestly don't really like it. Like I said, I already don't use a brow gel, but if I were to use, I would want something more softer and gel-like with a hold and not something that dries down very crispy. I don't think it's like horrible, but I don't think it's that good neither. As you can see, the makeup overall, the end results looks really good. As I always say, even if you're a little broke, you can still look good. I feel like as women, it's important to take care of ourselves. Even if you have a lower budget, I bought $80 to get everything that's on this table. But to kind of wrap everything up, I will put the items into category of I love, you must run, go get them. And then this is okay, you know. And last but not least, do not waste your money. Do not purchase this product. Hate it. Not worth it. First item that I think is amazing is this powder, and it is so affordable. It reminds me of Laura Mercier powder. This is great. I think if you've been wanting and looking for a loose powder that's not too drying, this is a perfect option. Next, my two favorites are this liquid contour and liquid blush, but the blush I prefer specifically. The matte category is the ones that I like more than the shimmery ones. Liquid bronzer. As you guys saw, it blends very nicely. It's very beginner friendly, looks very natural. I really like the shade as well. And overall, I think this is worth your money and you're gonna get a good use out of this. Next item that I've been using already for over a year is Sheglam's Pro Precision Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This I really recommend. I've been recommending for some time now. If you've been looking for affordable eyeliner, this is the way to go. Blew my socks off. This is the lip liner by Sheglam. I did not think it is gonna be this good. I'm gonna go get a few more shades from this. I have other Silky Girl lip liner. I think they're similar price range. I'm not so sure if this one is cheaper, but if this one is cheaper, I'm ready to switch to Sheglam one and turn this into my everyday lip liners. Also, I cannot believe that this is a twist container, which is great because I prefer twist over sharpening. So this is 10 out of 10 as well. Next item that I was pleasantly surprised with and I think are really good is the Enigma Sparkly Eyeshadow. Even though lately I have been not really using any sort of eyeshadow, but I do really like this type of glittery, almost duochrome-like look. And if you're somebody that likes to use eyeshadows, I do think that you will really like this. So this is in my category of the ones that I really like. This Good Grip Primer, even though I got the smaller size, I think once I run out, I'll go get the bigger one. I really like how my foundation and everything else sits on this. I do think it's a great primer. Maybe I want to try out the purple version as well, but so far the mint one is the way to go. We're moving on to the category of things that are just meh. Basically, I don't hate it and I don't love it neither. First being the Sheglam Hydrating Foundation. I'm not a very big fan of this, even though I really love the packaging. It feels very luxurious, it feels expensive, but overall, I'm not a big fan of the performance. It's not hydrating enough for my skin. It doesn't have any SPF. To me, it's just not something amazing. It's just meh, I guess. It's not too bad, it's not too good. Next item that I feel very same about is the Sheglam's Glow Bloom Liquid Highlighter. This one also, I feel like this is just meh. It wasn't anything special. It was a bit too oily. If you're gonna use it just on top of your bare face, it might look great, but overall, it's not something that I am in love with. I would not add this product to my regular routine, so to me, this is just meh. Last but not least, in this category of like, I don't hate it, I don't love it, is the Sheglam's Brow Gel. For me, initially when you apply this product, it feels not bad, but once it dries up, like I can literally feel this on my eyebrow and I don't like that feeling. I like something that feels very lightweight and non-noticeable. For me, once this dries up, like when you touch your eyebrows, it's very crunchy. I don't like that. Last category of things that I don't think you should waste your money on. First thing is this liquid concealer. This is the Like Magic 12-Hour Full Coverage Concealer. Like magic, not. It's not like magic. If you don't set this concealer, it will kind of start separating. I am not a big fan. If you want to try out the concealer, try the ones that's a dupe of Maybelline Age Rewind that has a fluff on top. I will put that somewhere on the screen. But if you want the concealer, get that one. This one is no go. I don't like it. Another thing that I don't like is the Sheglam Max Impact Extreme Volumizing Mascara. It gets everywhere, very difficult to get off. you do 20 coats and you have some volume. I have it on my eyes right now, but I will not repurchase it. I don't think I will use it even. So everything that I'm not liking, I will not use it. If anybody wants it, I can give it to you. Last but not least, this one is gonna be in trash pile. I hate this. I don't know if I got the bad batch. This is a horrible formula. This is Sheglam Soft Hazel Lip Blur. It applies nicely, the color is nice. Once it dries down, it just starts crumpling and it's just horrible. I don't like it. No, no, and no. So this is everything we tried on today from Sheglam. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out. If you have any questions about any of this item, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. And also, please consider subscribing to me. Having said that, I hope you have an amazing day.